What's good, Brotherhood Podcast? Bring you an exciting episode here with the two big fellas, Theo, John, and Khaman Maluach. Man, appreciate y'all coming on.
It'd be good to be here.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yes, sir. Let's start with the OG, man. Fans been asking, can you talk about what your role with the team is? And you've been around lately, obviously. So what you been up to?
Yeah, just been rehabbing and coaching, pouring back into you guys. Shaw's allowed me to just kind of be a mentor for you, big fella especially, just being able to talk about my experiences and talk about the stuff you guys are currently going through and how I handled it my time here.
Yeah.
And then along with using the resources, just being back, getting my body back to full health, recovered from a shoulder surgery, and excited to get back playing. You know, I miss it, being in the Cameron and being in the game environments, like,
Yeah.
start to get those butterflies, start to get the palms sweating,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So just be reintroduced to the game. So
Facts. You made a strong effort to stick around, Duke. I mean, we've been back to K Academy, and obviously you here this season working with us. Can you talk about the family aspect that Brotherhood brings?
yeah, I mean, the Brotherhood, people talk about it all the time, but when you truly in it, just seeing how these relationships are built over time, and guys coming back to K Academy, there's many events the guys coming back to and making that effort to show face at, check in with their old players, current players. I mean, it's rare in the basketball day and age, and like just seeing how Coach K started it and Showers continued that tradition on, just bringing guys back and having that family-based environment that, you know, in this profession guys really lean on.
Yeah, 2021, you played in a huge game. This game we me and Khaman about to get into versus Kentucky in Madison Square Garden. Can you talk about any memories you have from that game?
Man, a lot of memories, a lot of really good memories. I remember one bad one. I missed one of the first dunks I had, opportunities. Really just hung my head on that, bothered me for a while. But like just being back in Madison Square for me never a bad time at MSG. But the year before that's where my college career I thought ended. So to have a full circle moment of being back, starting a fresh season at Duke, back at MSG was really fun. Started off with a win was even better.
Yes, sir. What advice would you give me and Khaman, heading into this game?
I mean, don't be afraid of the moment. You know, like there's gonna be a lot of people, a lot of outside noise, but just once that whistle blows and that ball's tipped up, like just leave it all out there. That's something that you'll remember the rest of your lives, and chase that. You know, don't be afraid of that. That's a moment that, I mean, as kids you dream of, and just it's a rare opportunity.
Yeah.
So just leave it all out there.
So you say you've been working with Khaman so far. What advice have you given him to help improve his game on the floor?
I mean, he talented individual, man. There's not much that I can give you aside from like the mentality part. Just being dominant, having that edge and that competitive spirit which you have naturally. So just seeing that come out and allowing yourself you're a great guy off the court, you know, but
Great guy, man.
being like dominant and having that assertiveness on the court it's allowed, you know. It's the one spot you can let your true emotions out.
Yeah.
And seeing that, and as you've grown with that, has been really cool to see.
Yep. How do you compare this team to your team in 2022?
There's a lot of similarities, honestly. I mean, our size,
Yeah.
you guys' size is another level. Your competitiveness, watching these practices and just being around, like, guys really go at it in practice. I mean, we got guys, was it 2 days ago, diving on the floor. Like, it's the love of the sport and the competitive nature around the sport. Like, I feel like the mentality you guys have and are growing into, I mean, it's hand-to-hand with the team my year.
Yep. So, big fella, let's get to you. Come on. Appreciate you coming, man. 2 games in. What's been the biggest surprise for you playing in Duke?
I mean, the biggest surprise is probably the opponents. Like everybody comes with, it's like they act like it's like their best game, so everybody comes at you. So it's like surprisingly late.
Yep. Talk about like what you think you've improved with your game so far.
I'll probably say my defense. Like my defense has been getting better, not getting into foul trouble because I really faced a lot of that during the Olympics. My minutes were limited because I got into foul trouble early, and that's something that I've improved on.
Yep. You and Malik Brown been going at it in practice every day. Obviously, Malik Brown is one of the best defenders in the country. What have you learned from him?
I mean, it's just like keeping my ball safe. Like that's the thing I really learned from him because playing against him in the summer, he had so many steals against me, so many deflections, and really got to me like being so uncomfortable when he's guarding me. But with time to time, I've been working on that and been getting better, just comfortable.
You're doing a great job, man. Theo, what has impressed you the most about Khaman?
His motor. I say his motor and his attitude towards getting better. I mean, you're always asking me questions, always asking people around you what can you improve on, what different plays like trying to break down. That and then obviously the way you're learning to use your body. Remember when we first met, learning that you've only been playing for like 4 years, was it? Like
Yes.
what you've picked up on and your, you know what I'm saying? Like his will to learn and just that drive. Like it's like, all right, you got some really bright future ahead of you.
For sure. Looking ahead to tomorrow night Champions Classic. What do you think of going into that game?
I mean, it's dominate. Like that's like in my head, I'm going there to dominate, do my role, dominate the glass, and do my job. Be there for the team.
Yes, sir. How do you try to stay calm and focused in a tougher game?
I mean, it's just like I treat it like every other game. Go through my normal routine and meditate, and then reflect back, and then go into the game.
Yeah. Obviously, we got 4 of the next 6 games, top 25. So, we got to really be locked in. Attention to detail is really important because those things, little things, can help you lose games. And this going to be a big test for us, and I think we're ready for it. What y'all think?
Sure.
No, 100%. Every game gonna be the other team's Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And every time you're on the court, we ain't able to put on a Duke jersey, like that's y'all Super Bowl. So like, there's limited amount of times you guys get to do that. And I know everyone has dreams of going to the next level from here, but your time here, just maximizing every opportunity you have to showcase your abilities on the court, off the court, like just maximize it.
Yeah.
Be 100%, be a Duke athlete in everything that you do.
Come on, how do you think your Olympic experience will help you prepare in these games?
I mean, my Olympic experience really helped me. Like, for example, telling you about the foul trouble stuff, or me getting into foul trouble. Like, if I didn't have that summer, like, you never know that I would have got in foul trouble in the first 2 games. But the Olympics really helped me to learn that and stay away from foul trouble because I really didn't know what my value was when I'm on the floor. But then realizing that, I've been avoiding foul trouble.
Yeah.
Give you some confidence
Yes.
being in that and being in those environments.
It gave me a lot of confidence because that was like my first time. Wasn't my first time I played on big stages, but not with like harsh crowds. So like in the Olympics, it was packed. First gym, first game we played, was like 25,000 people, and then the next game like 27, 30,000. And it's like the fans are for the other team because if we're playing Team USA, obviously every fan is gonna want to see LeBron or support Steph Curry. So it was like that the whole time, and I got used to that. So when I got into Cameroon and everybody was on my side, it got more exciting.
Yeah, so you're gonna be used to it when we go to these bigger road games. Everybody cheering against us, but it should fuel us.
Yeah.
We should want to, like Coach K said, when at one time when he came and talked to us, like it's the best feeling, like sending
The fans.
sending the fans home 2 minutes, everybody walking out. Like,
Y'all like home environments or away environments more?
that's hard. That's hard. The home.
You can't beat Cameron,
Yeah, you
but I'm
can't beat
saying
the
like
home. I
as
don't
far as like I like being in hostile environments. Like I remember when I played, I played into being the villain. Like I love that because everybody's hating on you, everybody's screaming, calling you this, that, the third. But like that's what I fed off of. So I was just wondering for y'all.
What you think?
I've never played any road games, so I'm looking forward to that. But for now, I'll say home games are the best.
What does a day in the life for you look like now that the season started?
I mean, it's wake up, meditate, and then just take a moment and just reflect on how my day should go and just think. And then come for breakfast. If I have class in the morning, I'll do class. And then right after class, I'll come for practice.
Yeah.
And then practice.
Yeah, practice.
So
By the time you get out of practice,
it's like
time to go
6,
to sleep.
7.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and just rest.
So we got to see Gladiator 2 last night. What's your
Yes.
thoughts on the movie?
I mean, I love the movie because I watched Gladiator 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I knew what Gladiator 2 was about, man. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it the whole time.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. You know, I felt it dozed off a little bit, but no, it was a good movie though. So let's move right into fan questions. This for you, Theo. The Blue Devil Junkie says, "How do you compare Mark Williams and Khaman? Do you see Big Mark in his game?"
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to. Y'all both, I mean, just presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more and more I think about it, there's a lot of similarities. I mean, the way you guys protect the rim is another level. The effect that you have on the game offensively, the rim threat, like,
Yeah, a lot.
no, for you get downhill, you know,
You just
if it's
throw-
not a layup, throw that joint up.
Yeah.
Something gonna happen. But yeah, and player wise, y'all very, very similar.
For sure, no, 100%. I remember I coming on my visit. Like it's the first time I played against like somebody like wanted Mark
Yeah.
and Khaman, and like I tried to go for a layup. He swatted my John to the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I learned, but yeah, I got to learn. Yeah, I'm
teach
still. Yeah, you can't teach it. You
Can't
got to
teach
feed
height.
them. You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
teach
When you
height.
go down there, I'm still getting used to that. I still got to look for that. But nah, it's great playing with him. Mark Stouffer says, after your playing career, do you want to coach full time?
You know, this opportunity, I mean, me and Shara talked and just being around and seeing what goes into a coach's life, like it's a lot, you know. I've loved it, and I've loved just, again, pouring into you guys and being a resource for you guys. So, like, I've started looking into it. Obviously, I have a lot more years of basketball in my future playing.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to put a consulting business together where I can be a mentor, life coach type resource for people. But we'll see what comes of that. You know,
Yeah.
again, I got a lot more experiences of my own
Yeah.
to get under my belt.
For sure. 5 Point Play Podcast says, how do you instill toughness like you had in players?
You know, it's hard. I feel like there's only so much that can be taught. You know, I'm a firm believer in, like, God's going to put you through the testimony that he created you for. You know, like, if you've been through a lot, there's a lot that you learn to adapt to. You learn, there's wisdom that comes through trials and tribulations. So to a certain point, there's only so much that you can, like, talk about and teach. There's a certain level of just experience that you have to go through. Toughness comes through a continual grind, and that's something that you can have mentorship through, but it's something you got to go through in your own journey.
Love that, man. So let's move it back to your career at Duke. Joe C says, favorite memory from the Duke season?
That's a tough question.
I mean, the whole thing was probably a movie.
Yeah,
I remember watching. I remember
was-
when y'all went to Vegas and beat Gonzaga.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Favorite memory though, that's really tough. I really don't know if I can put my hand on like one specific moment, but I say just the whole March Madness experience.
Yeah.
And then again, the whole season, like everything was really out of a movie. It being Coach K's last year, my last year playing college basketball. Like, I mean, everybody had their own like storybook title to that season, you know, and just being able to collectively come together and chase one goal and do that for a whole season and no fallouts, no like extra stuff, you know, like that comes with this sport. Like it was really special.
Yeah.
So really just that whole year. I mean, then the years since leaving there has been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But that's one thing, again, just still firm on this brotherhood. Like it's staying consistent, it's staying at that pedigree that we used to be in.
Exactly. Mike Ludwig said, what was it like playing with Paulo, and are you surprised what he's doing now or no?
Absolutely not, man. That man's different. That man's different. He his mindset, I mean, his maturity coming in as a freshman, I remember I was always really impressed with, and I knew like similar. I mean, I came into Duke with a similar role I have right now, like just being a mentor and being like that older guy to be around and help guys through a whole season. But like I'll say his mom and parents did a really good job raising him because like he just came in with a lot of the stuff that common sense ain't so common, and he had it. You know?
Yeah.
He got
He's
it
ahead of his
figured out.
time. Like,
yeah, very much so. And after he gets over this injury, I'm excited to see what he do the rest of the season.
Yeah. MVP Jenkins says, why did you choose to commit to Duke for your last year?
Coach K called. How you say no to that? You know,
Can't.
like I had coming in, I didn't. He can't. Like I'm like I can't. I didn't want to come back to college. I did 4 years in Marquette. I thought I did my time. I didn't think I'd have to do all 4, but like that happened, and then my plan was to play professionally, and I got the call from some family friends that I knew from before, and it just worked out.
Yeah.
And
You can, I mean, Coach K called, you can't.
yeah, you got to hear him out.
Yeah.
And once you hear him out, you're like, hey, it's
not bad.
opportunity. It's a lifetime decision. I mean,
Yeah.
like, honestly, being fully transparent, like, if it wasn't for the Brotherhood, there's a good chance I might have had to hang it up after this injury.
Yeah.
Like, again, I was overseas. Being at Duke, you really realize how people care about you. And when you go into the professional realm, it's not always like that. Like, you are a business entity. And, like, once you're done with your contract, like, you're
They just put you to
another
the curb.
number, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, like, I was dealing with some stuff. We ain't gonna get into the details, but I had an injury that I didn't know I had. So when I came back here for K Academy, found out how bad it was and was able to, you know, get fixed up, get the surgery, do the rehab, where if I didn't have this environment, this family, like, I couldn't have afforded to continue to play. So
Yeah.
it's
the
crazy
power
how
of
it
the
works.
brotherhood,
It's a
man.
lifetime decision, man.
Nothing but
It's
God
it
right
change
there.
your life, not for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Zayden says, what does it take to make a D1 player? Oh, it's a lot of work. It's countless hours, early mornings, late nights.
A lot of sacrifice that you can't look at as sacrifice. It has to be a choice. Because as soon as, like, you see it as a sacrifice, then that means your priorities, your mindset is elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go and do a workout, you in the poor me, woe me mentality, like, you're not getting the most out of that workout. Where
Exactly.
if you go into it as a choice, like, I choose to be here at 5 a.m., like, I remember high school, I'd be in there, I'd be late to I'd be at the gym, first one in the school, working out, then go home, and then come back for school. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but that's just what we did. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure you got your own stories where it's
Nah,
like
for
people
sure.
think you crazy,
Yeah.
but that's just not what I choose to do.
And you
Like,
look at it back and like, I do it over
I
again.
do it all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Kay Hudgeback says, what's your arm workout?
That's my arm workout.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been different, you know, since I had a torn labrum. So, like, I haven't been able to do upper body, like, for real in, like, a year. Because I was playing, I played half the season on the torn labrum last year. And, like, I ended the season shooting with my left hand. Like, people started to know, like, I could not use my right. I'm playing defense. I always get on you, both hands up. I had one hand hanging and one hand out just because I'm like, I can't raise it. So, like,
Damn. I'm glad
It's
you
different.
fixed up, though.
Nah,
man.
I know, you know
Get
what I'm
out
saying?
there, man. Get back out there.
but hit the
Kid.
curls, man. You can't push ups and curls. You can't go wrong with that.
All right, let's move to big fella, man. Duke Central says, most valuable lesson you learned from Theo.
I would say it's been teaching me a lot during practices, but the one of taking knowledge is just like standing my ground when I'm playing against stronger guys. He always telling me, like, if you're in the game and I see somebody back you down, I'll come up from the bench and
give the PG version.
It's like that's like one of the lessons I really learned, and me just keeping the talk up, because sometimes at practice we'll go up and down for a while and I'll be tired, but it will tell me keep talking.
Yeah, for sure. You do a good job with the talking, man. We hear you.
Very good.
Dustin Shue says, more demoralizing for an opponent, vicious dunk or savage block?
Probably a savage block, because it sends a message.
Yeah, block, you send it to the stand.
Yeah.
Thomas Lee, who's the funniest teammate?
Pat?
Yeah.
No question, that's Pat.
Terrence Wallet says, favorite thing about America?
I'll probably say Duke. Like, that's my favorite thing about America.
Yeah.
Just being here at school.
Yeah. What's your B.R. Sullivan says, favorite thing about Durham?
Favorite thing about Durham, I haven't really been outside any other
Duke.
place. So I want to be at school
Duke
all
made
the time.
Durham.
Duke,
Yeah.
the Woo. Just Dame says, how do you become fluent? How did you become fluent in English, and what other languages do you speak?
I grew up speaking English like at school,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like I don't remember learning English, or I remember speaking English, and
Mm-hmm.
I speak other three languages.
Mm-hmm.
I speak my native language. English is like my third language, so I speak like Dinka, Luganda,
Mm-hmm.
and another native language from Uganda. And I used to speak Swahili when I was young, but growing up, I ended up forgetting.
Mm-hmm. That's dope, man. I wish I could speak another language.
Yeah.
Jaden Dungy says, who/what inspired you to pick up a basketball?
Who? I probably say I didn't know anybody by the time. I just picked up a basketball because I saw people taller than me playing basketball and people my height. And then I was like, this is the sport for me. But then spending a lot of time in basketball, I watched videos of Giannis and it really inspired me to keep on working hard because this story motivated me.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, who you find taller than you?
It's
Playing
awesome. I mean, I didn't start playing basketball when I was 7'2". I started playing when I was like 6'7".
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They different over there. Something
Yeah,
different than water, man.
That
Them
trip
tall.
over there again.
RS Minage says, why do you wear a glove on your hand?
I mean, it's just a slight, small hand injury I had at practice, but I'm better now, and I don't have the glove on.
Yeah. Shot for perfect. Something from American culture that you love that wasn't a part of your life in South Sudan, and something from South Sudan culture that you love that's not a part of the American culture.
Whoa, that's a tough question.
I could tell y'all, he loves American culture. He loves the Bowberry biscuit from Bojangles.
Yeah.
He liked the what's it? The vanilla shake from Cookout.
Yeah. Oreos milkshakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's something that you miss from back home? I know you miss probably the food.
I mean, yeah, I miss the food. I mean, I just miss seeing a lot of tall people too.
Yeah.
Like seeing 10'7" guys, 7'1", and just seeing the people and be able to speak like my language.
Mm-hmm. Duke versus everybody said, "What's your favorite soccer team and player?"
Manchester United. I mean, we're pretty bad this season, but I'm a Manchester United fan.
Who's your favorite player?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Duke versus everybody. Rank in order of most exciting: Super Bowl, World Cup, or NBA playoffs.
World Cup.
World Cup.
Which World Cup? Basketball or soccer?
Soccer.
Yes, soccer World Cup. Number one.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs and then Super Bowl last.
Yeah, he hates football, y'all. He always complain about football. Let's finish up with the quick hitters for you.
Yeah.
Favorite pregame meal?
I mean, salmon V food.
Salmon V.
Yeah.
Favorite hype song before a game?
I mean, our hype video stopped, so every time they play that, I'd be listening to it on the bench. Have mercy on me. That's always tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay in a hotel room or walk around?
Walk around.
Favorite kicks to wear in a big game?
I'll probably say KD's.
KD's.
Yeah.
Game day nap or no?
Yes. Game day nap.
What's the pregame ritual that you have?
It's just praying and just reflecting back on my journey, like how far I came, and that's what I do before every game.
Got a long way to go too.
Yeah, bro.
That's it for us, Brotherhood Podcast. Appreciate Theo and Man for coming on. Tune in tonight, big game versus Kentucky. Let's go, Duke.
Yes,